When the fan service is strong, so too is the cringe. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 skimpy female outfits in video games. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at the female characters in video games whose wardrobe of choice is a little more on the revealing side. Number 10, Cindy, Final Fantasy 15.
Ain't it beautiful up here? One of my favorite spots.
Hey boys, her eyes are up there. While on the ultimate road trip to try and save their kingdom, Noctis and the crew encounter this busty beauty after their car breaks down. Luckily for them, Cindy happens to be a whiz when it comes to repairing cars, just not so much of a whiz when it comes to buttoning up her tump.
Y'all ain't never been out this way before, have you? Go on, have a look around. This'll make sure y'all don't get lost.
With her bubbly personality and handy ability to upgrade the regalia, she becomes a welcome supporting character who is all too easy to fall for. Alas, she's married to her work, so don't expect any dates anytime soon. Although with these four, they're not really interested, are they?
Come round and show me your pictures sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 9, Mileena, Mortal Kombat series.
Mileena wins. Fatality.
Specifically, we're talking about her flesh pit outfit during her first encounter back in 2011's Mortal Kombat. This clone of Kitana fused with Tarkatan DNA might not have the best dentistry, but toss a veil over that mouth and look past the carnivorous psychosis, and she remains quite the looker. This is especially true during her introduction, whereby her clothing consisted of nothing save a few bandages. We're not sure how they managed to cling to her proportions, especially through all that combat, but regardless, it made for quite the feast for the eyes, am I right, boys?
So sad and alone. Come, let us be a family.
Number 8, Felicia, Darkstalker series.
Ready for my close-up.
With a constantly cheerful personality and the dream of one day becoming a musical star, the last thing you'd expect would be for this Catwoman to be actually any good at fighting. But as many a Capcom and Marvel character have found out the hard way, Felicia does indeed have some claws on her. Then again, it's not just her cute and innocent nature that distracts her opponents, given that her clothing consists of, well, next to nothing. Is that fur? Because if that's fur, that means she's technically naked, right? How does that make me feel? I'm confused. Number 7, Poison Ivy, Batman Arkham series.
No hello.
Tell me.
And what if I don't want to?
Even if you're aware that a single kiss from her spells your doom, this iconic Batman villainess certainly doesn't make it easy when it comes to trying to resist temptation. All superpowers aside, the outfit leaves very little to the imagination. Well, with an open red top and underwear that looks like it's from the Adam and Eve's collection. Sure, she'll summon giant plants to devour you the first chance she gets, but hey man, she makes tree hugging look pretty good, right? Number 6, Mai Shiranui, the King of Fighters Fatal Fury series. They don't call her the alluring ninja for nothing. Should you find yourself taking on this skilled shinobi as an opponent across her many appearances in various fighting games, then chances are you'll not only have to avoid her fire-based techniques, but also try not to be distracted by her physics. Said physics are best exemplified by that uniform, which definitely isn't too tight in the wrong places, allowing for things to move around. Remind us why Andy Bogart keeps turning her down?
You win! Yup! Fighting!
Number 5, Rachel, Ninja Gaiden series. When you're taking on an enemy as numerous and powerful as the Fiends, we're sure that the Dragon Ninja Ryu would probably take on any help he can get. Who would have guessed that it would be a hunter with a talent for handling massive hammers and a love for all things leather? With her combat uniform cut in such a way that her huge chest and midriff are constantly on display. We're not sure that it'll have much effect on monsters like the Fiends, but we can imagine that it took a lot of discipline for Ryu to remain focused on the mission when Rachel was around.
お前も並の人間じゃないな。
複雑よね。あなたは
Number 4, Ivy Valentine, Soul Calibur series.
You I shall kill with my own hands.
We guess that the hunt for the ultimate sword draws in all types, including British heiresses whose clothing seems to have only diminished over the course of the franchise, with the task of destroying the infamous blade known as the Soul Edge. Ivy has become an iconic part of the series, due in part to her signature sword style, but also due to the fact that her appearance has gotten to the point where it seems like her clothes can barely just contain her assets. The fact that she's able to fight so well despite her dominatrix brand of clothing, excessive proportions, as well as those heels is definitely a true testament though.
Your punishment will be quite severe.
Number 3, quiet. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Boss, she's with Cypher.
Look, Kojima, we love your games. You're a genius in the industry, but you're really not fooling anyone when it comes to the reason as to why this sniper has to wear as little clothing as possible. An infamous soldier that ends up joining with Snake due to a parasitic form of surgery, Quiet is left with a condition that has her breathing through her skin, meaning that too much clothing and she'll literally die. She'll die if she wears clothing, bro. As such, for her to be an effective member of the Diamond Dogs, the lesser the better. We were indeed ashamed of our words and deeds once we found out her tragic backstory. Number 2, the DOA Girls, Dead or Alive series. Say what you want about fighting games, at least some of the female characters are, well, you know, characters. And then you got the ladies from Dead or Alive, right? Oh, sure, the game might tell you that some of them are the most deadly fighters and assassins in the world, but in all honesty, the likes of Kasumi, Honoka, Ayane, and the rest are closer to the likes of sexy cosplayers, whose choice of clothing definitely isn't built for combat. Come on, there's an entire side series dedicated to them battling in bikinis or hitting each other with their butts. Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Strawberry Banana, Onechanbara Z2, Chaos.
We're going to put an end to this right now. Yes, the 4 of us can do it.
Okay, so we're kind of cheating here, since this isn't so much about the characters, but more about DLC. One that takes the already curvaceous female characters of this game and removes all of their clothing. Okay, that's technically not true. We mean it takes away all of their clothing save for replacing their undergarments with tiny fruits that cover up their most intimate of areas. The sheer raunchiness and lunacy of the whole thing is almost laughable, because nothing makes a hack and slash game about vampires more enjoyable than by covering up their nipples with strawberries, I guess? Hey, if it sells, right?
I just want to get this over with and take a shower.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.